Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to a range test of the BYD Seal. Now I'm starting from Zagreb to Zadar. It's a little bit less than 300 kilometer trip, but it's a mixed terrain, driving 130 and according to the speed limits. Now it's cold outside, not super cold, it's 12 degrees and I've charged up the battery to 100%. I'm going to show you the display here, the range, and we're going to see if we can pass 300 kilometers in one charge. So here's the screen at 100%. It was 505 kilometers. Range, I think the other day it was like maybe 506, but that's what it says on display. We're gonna see on the way. I reset at the trip computer and we're gonna see how much power we're spending. Ooh, new Model Y Juniper Performance. That's a new plate. Looking very nice. Anyways, we have here our route. You can see arrival time. Now, interesting, this doesn't say at what kind of range will I arrive, so that's slightly disappointing. I don't think I need to mention, but I'm driving in the normal driving mode, so no eco, no sport, just standard normal. Again, no estimate of the range, so that's a huge downside, but there's this. Let's see, calculating EV range or the electric range. So let's see the map. It takes a while, but I'm sure I'll get there. Yeah, you can see here, according to this map, I should be able to make it to Zadar. So load it fully the map. There we go. I'll try to update you with this map. Well guys, I stopped for food, but look at this. If you hold one of these icons, you can rearrange them or put something else, which is really nice. Okay, got my food back on the road. So it was just a quick stop, not to lose too much time. In this trip, we're no charging. We're just trying to see how much we can do with one battery or one full charge. Well guys, passing CarWow with 89%, so that's not really bad, 10%. I think that's something according with my Tesla. Well guys, passing Bosilevo, so we are at 81%. I've decided to switch it up a little bit and reorient the screen. So just a little update on the screen. The last 50 kilometers, this is the power consumption. According to the outside temperature, that is not so bad. But I think it's a little bit more than Tesla, definitely. It's thirstier. And you can see the long beam now. It's gonna shut off, so you can see the normal beam with iPhone resolution. You can see also the consumption chart. Well guys, I've missed it a little bit, but we've passed around 105 kilometers, so range 70%. I did pass Ogulin. Well guys, the range has dropped by 200 kilometers, so that's wow. And we only passed 120. So I just passed Tunnel Malakapela at 66%. Well guys, just passing Otochac. That's usually the Tesla supercharger at 58% of battery. So doing good. We almost passed 150 kilometers. Well guys, it just passed 200 kilometers. We're at 41% of battery. So that's pretty good. We're about to pass a rest stop Zir or Mazzola. and I gotta say we're doing pretty good. I was this time driving mostly according to the speed limits, and considering it's 2 degrees outside, I'm on summer tires. These tires, if you watch my night point of view review, are worn out all the way to the minimum depth of the tread. So that's really good for power consumption, but it is not ideal to drive on worn out tires if it's cold and rainy, but it's dry, so I'm fine. This is cold temperature here because it's night. I'm in inland. I'm gonna be soon on the coast where it's much warmer, at least 10 degrees. But we are actually doing excellent regarding range. I think this kilometers is like a good estimate for maybe dynamic open road driving, but not maybe for highway. But percentage is everything that matters on EV for me, because that's what gives me a feeling how much I can pass. But we're doing really good. We're gonna see the end of our trip. I'm gonna give now an estimate. I'm gonna give an estimate of like 20% arrival time. It's a rough estimate, and the Seal AWD DMI was really good on recuperation. We will be going after the tunnel downhill, and I'm wondering how much are we going to recuperate, because DMI was very efficient in recuperating back, but it's a small battery, so I'm curious to see if we're gonna put some range back into the battery. Now, one thing regarding the auto long beam, it is pretty bad. It keeps turning on the long beam, blinding other drivers. Semi was flashing me, so I switched it off. Yeah, it's not really great. This car is missing matrix LED headlights. That's a must feature. I hope that will be one day standard in all cars, but it's a must feature. Once you get used to that, you will not want to drive a car, especially at night in winter, without matrix feature. So rest stop Zir or Mazzola. Yeah, pretty good. We are at 38%, past 208 kilometers. Now, regarding this infotainment, it is really disappointing that there is no range estimate. That is really crucial when traveling with an EV, that you have a good trip computer that will tell you with how much percentage you're going to arrive at your destination. So yeah, I hope BYD will add this information, because it's really crucial and will really help a lot. This way, I know this route, this is what I always do on my range tests and where I travel personally, but if I was doing this for the first time on a route I don't know, I wouldn't be so confident driving this. And I do know all the chargers on my route, but if I was driving into unknown, yeah, this would not be really comfortable doing so. Without any trip planner, it's just a feature that is missing on BYD that I have on my Tesla that is excellent. Okay guys, I exited the tunnel with 31%. There was construction, so I really didn't have a right speed to constantly recuperate on the descent. So unfortunately we didn't recuperate not 1% back into the battery, but I'm pretty sure we did stretch. The 31 is still on the display. Since I've passed the tunnel, I've definitely passed maybe 10 kilometers or so. So it's still efficient. Hopefully I will make it to Zadar with 20% or maybe slightly less, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get at least the tool payments with 20%. Well guys, I just passed the tool payments. You can see them behind me. And we did recuperate 1%. I was at 27 and I did got 1% back into the battery. Well guys, we just passed Supernova, and it's the first time I'm seeing fog in Zadar. That's really rare. We've arrived with 24%. That is more than I've estimated. And wow, I mean, this is really good. More than I expected. Well guys, it passed 280. I think I'm just gonna drive in the city and see how much I can pass until I hit the 0.